Hi, this is Matt from Progulator.com, coming back with part 2 of our interview with the Psychedelic Ensemble, ready to dive a bit more into his newest release, The Tale of the Golden King. Now, you've got a great concept going on for the Tale of the Golden King, and I remember you in the other interview talking about kind of its origins. It's ancient story. What did you say, medieval? If I recall.
Yes, yes.
I was
Yeah,
wondering.
there are a lot.
Go ahead.
No, you go, please.
Oh, I mean, my question was just going to be if maybe you could tell us a little bit how you decided on this particular concept. I think you said that you were you're interested in medieval stories and such, but how did you land this particular one? And if there were any other ideas that you were kind of weighing as well, in that process.
No, I was pretty fixated on this particular concept. I'd been reading a lot of these medieval tales, and they're very simple, and my concept is actually very simple too. Typically, these medieval stories are very short and have some kind of little moral to the story or something. And they involve, a king or a knight or some, hero who goes off into a cave or something and is in some kind of, deep sleep or something like trance or something like that. And then, in the time of need, when the kingdom or, the subjects need them, the king will arise and save everyone, come to their aid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my story, I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if he doesn't? And he doesn't rise, and in fact, the people are left to fend for themselves. And so there's a kind of political allegory there, and actually also a kind of religious one, too. What if the Savior doesn't save? We better save ourselves, which is one of the cuts on the album. So, yeah. So that's how it all kind of came to be. So it's a little twist on the traditional or, medieval sleeping hero legends.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, what I found interesting too, I was kind of reviewing, the ending where it turned out and stuff, was that they were still kind of able to make use of the old parts, right?
Yeah, right.
And what
exactly.
they were able to do. I found that to be a fascinating ending. It was up to them, but they made use of kind of what was there.
That's right. Yeah, because they decide. They've lost their swords and they're captive and so forth, and they are locked up in a dungeon where these henchmen are hiding this valuable golden king, who's been transformed by the gods into gold. And so they figure, in order to help themselves, they'll melt him down and make swords of him. That's a little far-fetched, but and so they do, and being instilled powers of the gods, having been turned into gold and so forth by the gods, these swords are, sort of magical, and they're able to rise up against henchmen and take back their kingdom. So, yeah, that's a cool little twist, I think.
Right. Indeed. So let's transition a little bit. I understand that you're already working on your next release. Is that correct?
I am, as a matter of fact. I started about a week after I finished The Tale of the Golden King.
Ooh, keep him busy.
No rest for the weary. Yeah. But I had some ideas, and I actually took like a little break, for like 2 days while I was making The Tale of the Golden King, and I was just fiddling around with some things on the guitar, and I had written this song, and I thought that would be a perfect beginning for a fifth album and a new concept,
Very good. So, what can you tell us about it? In terms of musical direction or thematically, or is it a little bit early still to say?
It's a little early to say, only because the concept may sort of drift and change, and
Sure.
Lots of things may happen. But I plan to, it'll sort of be the typical psychedelic ensemble electric stuff, But I'm going to put some twists in there with some other instrumentation that I think will be really cool. And I do plan to use orchestra again.
Very nice. Very nice. And I understand that you're planning on using Anne again?
I am. Yes, she's signed on for another one. I'm surprised. It's so much work. The poor woman has been through so much. It's I think she signed on thinking I'll just sing a couple of tunes or something, and then it was like, oh, this is like a major investment, like a year's investment, and it's a ton of work. I got to tell you, and going back and forth, and recutting things and listening to mixes and then the master, and she was very deeply involved in all of that. But we've become very close, and I think she's very interested in doing the next one. So on we go.
Very good. From us to you guys, you can let her know that we thought she was brilliant. Her performances were fantastic. So pass on the good word. We're cheering for her. So round 2.
I certainly will.
Thank you.
It's funny because I know so many singers in the business, and I had this sound in my head, for what I wanted, and also someone who would blend well with me.
Yeah.
And so I looked around and I listened to people and went out to shows and things like that. And I was just coming up empty, and then I chance, just dumb luck, heard a performance of hers and was immediately taken by her voice and thought that's got to be it, So my assistant contacted her and said, would you be interested? And she said yes, and she sent some demo stuff over, and I went through that, and I immediately said, we've got to sign this woman. So that's what happened, and she did a fantastic job. It's just a beautiful voice, just beautiful, really.
Yeah, no, she was fantastic. She was absolutely great.
I think so. Yeah, her work on The Queen of Sorrow and also Great Day, where she's in the front, is really spectacular. I think it just fits the music perfectly. And in fact, when we harmonize together so often, I'd say, are you there, or is that me, or is it you? I mean, it's really a very, very nice blend, especially when I'm in my higher range. It's very good.
Well, thanks to the Psychedelic Ensemble and to all those who listened. That's it for the second part of our interview with TPE. We'll be back with our final installment of the interview series this coming Thursday. In the meantime, make sure to grab a copy of the Psychedelic Ensemble's latest release, The Tale of the Golden King, available at thepsychedelicensemble.com, as well as the psychedelicensemble.bandcamp.com, where you can get the album digitally for a discounted price by using the promotional code PROGulator when you buy. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.
Song that sorrow plays, singing all that fades away in time inside me. Our love wants to reign, passion thrown.